For 80 years, Sydney's Grand Dame has stood over Sydney Harbour, becoming an iconic edifice spanning a magnificent natural landmark. And it's inspired countless monikers.
We're here about the celebrations for the 80th birthday of the Grand Dame. The dear lady that we celebrate, the coat hanger, everyone has their own pet name for the bridge.
A marvel of modern engineering, the Sydney Harbour Bridge fundamentally owes its existence to the vision and dogged determination of one man, John Job Crew Bradfield, a Queensland-born engineer who devoted 20 years of his life to seeing the bridge transformed from concept to reality. A trip to New York and its Hell's Gate Bridge gave Bradfield the idea that Sydney could set itself apart by constructing the world's largest single-arch bridge, broad enough to carry 8 lanes of traffic and 2 railway lines, unheard of anywhere else at that time. 8 years in the making, the bridge bears more than 50,000 tonnes of steel held together by 6 million rivets. 16 men died during the construction of the bridge, which for thousands of others had been a lifeline amid the ravages of the Great Depression era.
What does everybody say? It's the bridge we've been waiting.
The overwhelming jubilation of the official opening wasn't marred by the actions of Captain Francis de Groot, a member of the right-wing New Guard, which vehemently opposed New South Wales Premier Jack Lang.
It served us well. From the 19th of March 1932, when 11,000 vehicles crossed that year, to today, 80 years on, when 160,000 vehicles cross. She's still there. She's the thing that unites our city.
On its 50th anniversary in 1982, it was described by the bridge's consulting engineer Sir Ralph Freeman as the structural engineering masterpiece of the 20th century. And he recalled the triumphant moment when the arch was finally joined in August 1930.
The contractor, Dawn Long, wanted to keep this matter to himself until it was successfully done. I think that's understandable. But the next morning, of course, there were lots of jollification, and there were all the usual whistle blowing in the harbour, and everyone letting off steam, and everyone was highly delighted. I don't think there was any formal celebration. In fact, I'm sure there wasn't. But here, at last, was the arch finished.
And it seems Sydney has never stopped celebrating, with the bridge forming the centrepiece of festivities, including the annual New Year's Eve fireworks displays, arguably the world's biggest and best. But there are no plans this time to repeat the epic scale of the 1932 bridge opening.
We won't be closing the bridge. We've made a rule in this government that the traffic of Sydney is doing it tough enough without unnecessarily closing the bridge.
Perhaps the memory of the roadworks in January that closed the bridge for 2 whole weekends for the first time is still a little too recent. Drawing a crowd, though, shouldn't be a problem for this remarkable feat of ingenuity and brazen ambition that's come to symbolise the pride of our once fledgling nation, asserting its place in the modern world.